In this video, we're going to be talking about 5 lessons that we've learned from growing video influencers to 250,000 subscribers. But hey, if you're just joining us, my name is Sean. Benji's going to be here in just a second. We just finished up Social Media Marketing World here in San Diego, and we're super pumped to be live with you or on the replay. What is up? Woo! Benji's here.
Audio is good.
Killer. We're going to be talking today about 5 lessons we've learned from growing to 250,000 subscribers. We're going to be maybe doing a little bit of Q&A, and then we actually have to jump on a plane soon. And so, Benji, how's it going? If people are just joining us, what's this channel all about?
You guys, welcome to Video Influencers. We're here to help you build your influence, income, and impact with online videos. We have weekly tips and trick videos, as well as interviews. In fact, we just taped like over 15 interviews for you guys that'll be coming up. I know we haven't had one in a while, but man, we're just so excited and so thankful and grateful for you guys. We hit 250,000 subscribers, which is amazing. And you know, we always say this, you don't want to focus on that number. We absolutely want to acknowledge all of you guys that just started following us, especially just recently. Sean, should we show them the view right now or what?
Yeah, let's try it. So guys, we are here in San Diego, and right here is the view. That's the what, Coronado Bridge right there, Benji?
Yeah, Coronado Bridge to North Island here in San Diego. Wow.
Yeah, super cool view, and super pumped to be hanging out with you guys. And beautiful day here in San Diego. Benji's gonna be heading back to Seattle soon. I'm heading back to Vegas. But Benji, let's jump into these tips.
Yeah.
And we want to talk about, you know, 5 lessons that we've learned on the journey to growing this channel. And the first one is practice makes progress. And we were also talking off camera about you really, you know, what you see is maybe video influencers today, you see the numbers today, but what you don't see for most people is the preseason. And so Benji, talk about that.
Yeah, well, first off, you know, I started managing my wife's channel of It's Judy Time 10 years ago, literally a decade ago, right? So that was my first experience. Then we started daily vlogging. We had a couple of channels. I started my own cooking channel. I had a real estate channel for my business. And then I went into video influencers. And that's what we talk about. Practice makes progress. We've hit 250,000 subscribers in 3 years, which is, I think, significant, especially in this space. But it wasn't like an overnight thing. It wasn't just like day one when we had 0 subscribers, we didn't know what we're doing. We had tons of practice, literally 7 years of practice before we got to that point where we hit upload on our first video. So you guys, hang in there. If you guys are like in the preseason of your life and whatever it is you're doing, like take from what you know, take from the experiences that you've had and make the most of it and practice for that moment, you guys.
Absolutely. You know, and one of the things that you want to do, I love this quote from John Acuff, and it says, never compare your beginning to somebody else's middle. And so, you know, comparison is the thief of joy. You know, don't compare yourself to anybody. And what you really don't see is, yeah, we grew 250,000 subscribers in 3 years, but we started with different ingredients than other people. You know, we had an advantage. I've been doing video production since 2003. So it wasn't like day one we were trying to figure out how to do editing or lighting or cameras. So we had that advantage. Benji mentioned he had other YouTube channels. In fact, we also didn't start with 0. We all started with 0 back when they started It's Judy's Time or the vlog. That was 0. When I started Think Media, it started at 0. But when we started Video Influencers, we had other channels. So that's why we say don't compare. You have to always look at like the full picture, right? You have to see the preseason. When someone wins the Super Bowl, it started back in junior high or elementary school playing football and practicing. You know, when a team wins the NBA Finals, they were shooting baskets in high school and practicing and working on their game years, if not decades before. And so never compare your beginning to somebody else's middle, and put in the practice, because practice makes progress. Benji, let's do number 2.
Boom! Number 2, you guys, is patience. Everything takes longer. You know, when I first got into this in 2008 with Judy, like even then people thought like, oh, it's already done. Like, you know, it's too late. Well, it's never too late, but realize it might take a little bit longer. You see, you know, I remember the days where people literally could become a superstar in the YouTube space within like 6 to 12 months. Well, that was because the community was so small, right? Now, 10 years later, I used to say like, you know, give it 2 years, give it 3 years. Today, I was literally saying, give it 5 years, right? But you never know where your life could be in 5 years if you put in the work, you hustle and you're consistent. And it is going to be a patience game. You know, like even like the best of the best, Gary Vaynerchuk, if you guys don't know, he's a business guy, a super successful marketer, and he knows everything about social media, has multiple businesses that have done really, really well. And he says like one of the number one things is patience. You know, you guys got to make sure that you know this is not an overnight success type of business or industry. That's going to take time. But you know what? When you put in the time and you wait and you're patient and you're committed, good things will follow. And you just never know. Sean, anything you want to add to that? Because I know that like patience is something that people maybe don't focus on because it's not like something you actively can do, but very important.
Absolutely. You know, I want to kind of, I know if you're watching this channel, you view us as kind of like maybe mentors or coaches when it comes to online video. And so, you know, I want to be kind of bold. Honestly, in our community, I see too many people getting frustrated and giving up on like YouTube. And then I ask them, they're like, I just want to give up. I'm not getting traction. I'm not getting results. And I go, how long have you been doing this? They go, 3 months. And I go, how many videos have you uploaded? They go, 2. And I'm like, dude, I've uploaded over 2,000 videos online and 1,600 of those were terrible. You know, they weren't good. The last 400 were like decent. And everything takes much longer than we typically think. You know, both of us have been very influenced by Gary Vaynerchuk, and he's a social media New York Times bestselling author, wrote over 5 books. And now he's really famous in the entrepreneur space, 1 million subscribers on YouTube. But here's the thing. He, years ago, did a show called Wine Library TV where he was just reviewing wine because he was the operations officer for his dad's liquor store. And when he was doing that show, he said it took him 50 episodes, 50 uploads before he started to kind of feel comfortable on camera and figure out his voice. And it took him a year before anyone started watching his show. And check this out, it was 5 days a week. So he posted videos every day a week for an entire year, and there still wasn't an audience there. There still wasn't traction there. What was he doing? He was in his preseason. He was practicing. He was leveling up his game, but eventually he blew up, and now people know him today as Gary V with all the influence that he's done. He talks about how it took him 12 years to be an overnight success. And so I think everything takes longer than you think. If you're discouraged, keep going and keep embracing. It's kind of number 1 and number 2. Realize that maybe what you're working on right now is just part of developing your skills, leveling up your game, learning what you need to learn. And maybe ask yourself, and I'd love to hear from you in the comments, what are the skills that you want to work on right now? I mean, again, you don't start good at video editing. I had to practice. You don't start comfortable on camera. I was super awkward when I first got on camera. We were just watching one of Benji's videos on his real estate channel.
You're in the headlights look.
And now maybe we're a little more we're a little more relaxed. We'll do this like for years and you'll get there. So everything takes longer than you think. Be patient. Benji, what's number 3?
Boom. Number 3 is preparation meets opportunity. You know, it's easy for someone to just have a random viral video, right? When I say easy, it's like it happens by accident for a lot of people, right? But the key is, especially if you want to put in the long game, is like all of this preparation you're putting in is for that moment when something could go viral. Now, unfortunately, here on Video Influencers, we haven't had anything go viral, but the reason I bring this up is like the opportunity for us was timing for what we're teaching. You know, Sean and I, why it was so natural for us to do Video Influencers and teach you guys is because we always had a support role in our YouTube careers before Video Influencer. Don't get me wrong, we both had our own individual channels, but where we really like highlighted our skills was in that like more manager, business support, production support. Sean was like behind the lens before he was in front of the lens. And Video Influencers was a natural solution to like the problems that people were having on YouTube, right? Like people needed a resource. And you know, don't get me wrong, there's great creators out there putting out videos like this, but we wanted to create this interview show where we interview some of the best, like Casey Neistat, Gary Vaynerchuk, my wife of It's Judy Time, and ask them what their experience was. Because, you know, at that point, that was about a decade, right, into YouTube's life, and there was a lot of experiences and wisdom to be pulled out of these creators, and we created this show. That was the opportunity for us, but that's that's where preparation met opportunity so that we could hit the right timing. And because of all that experience, we were able to grow the way we were. And this is the thing, you know, if we started this, Sean, like back in, I want to say 2009, maybe we wouldn't have had the same success, right? So preparation is so key. So you guys, what are you preparing for, right? What moment, what viral video, what picture? We just interviewed somebody that had a viral picture, but they had 10 years of experience in the fit world to be able to follow up that viral activity with more momentum to extend that viralness to be able to make it a full-time income. Boom.
Absolutely. You know, preparation meets opportunity. It seems like all of our background, our experiences, the pain we went through, the challenges, the hard times, things, whether that was with my family and our, you know, health challenges, financial challenges, whether that was with Benji and real estate and business and lessons he learned, all of the various lessons and things we had gone through were all just preparing us. Plus, all of the work we were putting in, all of the practice, all of the different things were all our preparation season. And then as we saw this opportunity to start this channel called Video Influencers, you know, it's one of the things Benji was able to get the trademark for Video Influencers. We've mentioned to people, they're like, wow, that's a good name. We probably wouldn't even have thought of it if it wasn't for all the preparation in the past. And so the reason you want to be hustling now, you have to have a vision that's bigger than your current circumstances. You have to have a vision that's bigger than just the here and now. You want to think bigger, even if you're not sure what's coming in your future. You know it's something good, so you're putting in the work now so you're ready when that perfect timing comes. Again, if you need to be able to show up and perform at the Olympics, you don't start practicing the week before. You say, I don't know if it's 5, 10, 15 years later, I'm hustling hard today because when opportunity shows up, I want to be prepared. Benji, number 4 is people. Let's talk about it.
Yeah, people, you guys. And there's really 2 parts to this. Obviously, you know, like you hear the saying, it's not what you know, it's who you know. But what I say is, it's not what you know, it's who you know, because who you know will teach you what you need to know, right? So going to events, we just went to this event called Social Media Marketing World, and there's so many great speakers. There's so many content producers, creators that are doing great things that have so much advice. So like those are the people you want to connect with, right? Maybe you're in a place where you can't go to events and you need to connect digitally. Nothing wrong with that, right? Connect with people on Twitter, right? Reach out to people through comments. Get their wisdom. Watch videos like this. Like, who are the people that are going to help you? Second part to that is a team. You know, Sean was actually the first team member for Judy and I. Really informal. We collaborated on some stuff early in our career, my wife and I and Sean, and that was the beginning, right? And I'd say like in the last 7 years that we've been doing this together, we've stayed connected, support each other in different ways. And this is how you got Video Influencers. Now, arguably, we both probably could have done this channel by ourselves, but it wouldn't have been at the level. Like I said, Sean brings something that I don't have, right? I bring something that Sean doesn't have. Like, we work together. Who are the people in your life that could help you right now, right? Who are the people that maybe you're not very good at the camera stuff, right? The production stuff, the editing stuff, that might be able to help you, support you, to help you get you started, right? Like, train you. Like, ask yourself who that is. And really important, the last piece of wisdom I want to share with you guys is this: treat people good, because you don't want to treat them bad or forget about them. Like, make sure you give them respect. If they're going to help you, make sure you help them back, right? You know, Sean and I love this saying from Gary Vaynerchuk about 51 to 49. You always want to give more than they're giving you, because you never know where in life you're going to go and how important it's going to be for them. Just a little quick thing. If you guys are just chiming on, we're talking about some 5 tips of how we got to 250,000 comments. If there's 250,000 comments, 250,000 subscribers. If there's anything we've done for you guys in your channel, in your lives, please put it down in the comments. We're reading them right now. Sean, anything you want to add to people?
Yeah, you know, I think relationships are everything. You know, business is about relationships. Obviously, family is about relationships. And when it comes down to even just something like YouTube, it's still about people. And I would just say, you know, be investing in relationships. Benji mentioned, be a good person. You know, your reputation is something you're building up. It's not built in a year. It's not built in 5 years. It's built over years and years. And if you are always in it for the short-term gain, for what you can get out of the relationship, you're going to lose. Like, you really have to value people. And I think you want to, you know, consider we talk a lot about branding, and everyone wants to build a strong personal brand. They want to level up their brand. At the end of the day, I just think branding has a lot to do with your reputation. You know, what are you known for? If you're always late to meetings, then your brand is you're late to meetings. You're like, oh yeah, that's the guy that's late to meetings. You know, that's the guy that shows up late. And that's actually probably my brand because I'm actually late a lot. So, but you know what I mean? Like, you get a reputation for something. If you're the person who's always criticizing other people, then eventually someone's like, man, you're the person who's really critical of people. But if you're the person who maybe always promotes others and doesn't promote yourself, if you're the person who's always generous, who's always kind, and be patient in your relationships with people. We just went to an event and we're networking and, you know, connecting with people, and sometimes someone walks up and all they're about is promoting themselves. Don't be focused on promoting yourself first, be focused on promoting others first. But other people are all about generosity, and they're all about, you know, patience, thinking, I'm not in it for the short-term win. I'm not just trying to see what I can get out of it. In fact, let me know in the comments if you can relate to knowing, you know, the difference between maybe some good people that are in your life that you just love because they've got a generous spirit, they don't seem to be selfish, and maybe, you know, don't say their name, right? But maybe you've been around some people where you're like, yeah, I just kind of feel like that person is trying to see what they can get out of the relationship. They're all about what's in it for them. If you want to build your influence online, and we just grew to, you know, cross 250,000 subscribers, also, that wouldn't be possible without you, people. Like, if we weren't adding value and valuing you, you wouldn't be here, right? It's all about people, and it's all about building that reputation over time. And the other thing, as I would say, we talk about this on YouTube, people is also about collaborations. You know, we have to give a shout out to everybody that has ever, you know, come on our show and allowed us to interview them. Clearly, that's part of why we hit 250,000 subscribers. There's big lessons there. You should maybe be interviewing people on your channel, collaborating with people, seeing how you can connect with people, but not in, you know, we try to be as generous as possible. We want to promote their channel, promote people's books. We never lead and say, hey, can you come on our show to help us grow? We say, can you come on Video Influencers when you got a new book out? We try to think about what's in it for them. What projects can we promote? Because if you position yourself that way, and again, not as a short-term tactic, anybody can do it for a month, a week, but then eventually their true colors come out. This has to be something that's deep within us, right? We have to have that passion inside of us and that patience to be saying, I want to be, you know, building relationships the right way over the long term.
Boom! Last tip right now is perseverance. The reason I love this tip the most is because it is cliche, right? Like that don't quit, like you just never know when it's gonna hit. What's so important to remember this, because I know a lot of you guys are struggling, right? A lot of you have challenges. Maybe one of the reasons why you're subscribed to this channel is because like, I need to get over this hump, or there's a plateau I'm hitting, or it's just not getting traction. And those 4 tips that we gave earlier is to help you get beyond that, but you need hope. And the one thing I wanna give you guys is this. There's so much opportunity on YouTube. I've been doing this for 10 years, and every year that I've been on this platform, I just see new opportunities, new types of channels, new ideas, and the platform keeps growing. YouTube wants to create like new avenues of monetization. There's just more businesses, you know, more brands trying to get into this space. And Sean and I just spent like a few days with like some of the top people in marketing. And Sean, tell me, how many people literally like, I need to get on that YouTube game, right?
Yeah, everybody. People that are doing Facebook, Snapchat's in big trouble. I mean, yeah. It's kind of crazy right now. All these other platforms. Almost all these influencers on other platforms are like, man, I need to figure out YouTube. Yeah. So if you're trying to grow your influence on YouTube, you're doing the right thing.
You're doing the right thing. So hang in there, you guys, and just know like how important and like how significant it is that you guys are on a platform that I'd say is one of the more challenging ones, because there's so much more that goes into it than all the other social media platforms. Obviously, number one, it's video, right? If you don't have a video, now if you have the community tab, you've probably already been doing stuff for a while, so you're used to it, and you can post a picture. But really, if you don't have video, then you don't have a YouTube channel, right? And I know it takes work, but it's so worth it. Sean and I do this channel as a side thing. We both have our individual ventures, right? But we came together because we knew long term, not only could we add value to you guys as potential influencers or already established influencers, but we knew that there's more opportunity, right? To add more value, to, you know, sell you a book that we're writing right now, right? For digital products, to create our own events, to teach you guys and connect with you guys. But we started because we have a passion for this. And if you have a passion for anything and you're good at it, you're an expert at it, and you just like want to help the world and add value to someone's life, absolutely keep going, keep doing what you're doing, and just know that there is light at the end of the road. Sean, anything to wrap this up?
Absolutely. Just to recap, so just 5 lessons that we've learned. You can kind of see there's a similar theme between all these lessons. Number 1, practice makes progress. Number 2, patience. Everything takes longer than you think. Number 3, preparation meets opportunity. Even if you're not getting the results you want right now, you're practicing and preparing for when opportunity shows up, you'll be ready. Number 4, people. It's all about people. It's about relationships. It's about collaboration. It's about the person you are and the reputation you're building over the long haul. And then number 5, perseverance. And this is on a macro level. I mean, again, when we think perseverance, I think about the first YouTube channel that I ever worked on and managed was my church's YouTube channel in 2007. And the titles were terrible, the thumbnails were terrible, you know, I didn't know what to do, but I got started. And then I started my own channel, Sean Cannell and Think Media, around 2009, and still, I wasn't getting views. I didn't know what I was doing. I was trying to figure it out, but I just kept going. I kept persevering. But then also seasons of life hit, and times hit of challenges, that times when I wanted to give up, times when I wanted to throw in the towel, times when I wondered, is this going to work? But I had to persevere and keep going. And even last night, we were shooting a bunch of interviews. We had a bunch of people scheduled, but it looked like it wasn't going to happen with a few people, and we're exhausted. Our brains are mush. We want to give up. We want to give in, and we could have just gone home early and not persevered really until the end. But then boom, all of a sudden people are like, all right, I'm on my way. And we started shooting. Then we had like Lewis Howes, another one coming up soon. Yeah. We had Maria Kane, who's coming up soon.
We had
Carlos Gill. All of a sudden they started hitting, but we're sitting there being like, man, maybe people aren't going to show up. We just need to go rest to get to the hotel room. But we stuck it out. We felt like quitting. We felt like giving up, but we stuck it out, and then a whole bunch more things happened. And so on a macro level, you got to keep persevering, but also on a micro level, like just keep doing the work, keep putting in the work. You know, you put out a video on YouTube that we know this. You take it's a 3-minute video, it's an 8-minute video, but that video took you so much work. You had to edit it, you had to shoot it, you had audio issues, you had some stuff happen, and then you don't necessarily get the results from it. So much of what you guys are doing is going unseen. Yeah. But really, greatness in public has so much, you know, pain and frustration and wanting to quit and wanting to give up.
It's a preseason people don't see that it's so important, and it lays the foundation for success, you guys.
So keep persevering, keep going, and definitely don't give up. Keep persevering and keep being strategic. I mean, it's important to not just grind it out, you know, randomly, but be strategic. So
got one request, you guys. Because we just hit 250,000 subscribers, I just want to ask you guys, if there was any value that we added to you guys today, hit that like button. Let's get that to 250 likes. I would love for that, for you guys to support us. And of course, we're just so thankful for what you guys have done for us. Leave the comments below. We're going to try to respond to as many of these after the broadcast. Remember, the comments leave. So if you guys could do us a huge favor, leave comments down below and we'll vibe with you guys. That would help us out a lot. But again, thank you guys so much for being on this journey with us. Don't get us wrong. We love this channel, right? Like, even though we have other things that we're focused on, we love this channel because we feel like there's so much opportunity for you guys. And it fills our spirit to be able to share our wisdom and our experience with you guys and see you guys succeed. I was talking about this with Sean. One of my favorite things is talking about people I've met at the beginning of their careers or their journey and surpassing us, right? Like going to new heights that I never even thought was possible. Literally, my mind's always blown by you guys, by other YouTubers I know, And that's what's amazing about video influencers, right? You guys are gonna be blazing a trail, pioneering a road that even brands and business and corporations will look up to, and you guys will become the experts, and you don't know what kind of opportunities will come up because of it. So give us that like, you guys. Let us know that you're liking this, because we would love to do more things like this. Sean, do you want to bring it home?
Absolutely. Question of the day. Thank you so much, MCK, for the super chat. Question of the day. What lessons have you learned from growing on YouTube? Even if you're just starting, I know you're learning lessons. Maybe you've learned that it's harder than you thought it was going to be. Maybe you've learned some tips. Post those in the comments below, and then get ready for really, I don't know, season 3 or 4 of Video Influencers, because we just got a whole bunch of new interviews coming your way. We're going to be connecting in March. We've got some big projects coming out this year. Benji and I are writing a book, or it's almost finished right now. It's coming out in just a few months, and we can't wait to share that with you. There's a lot of cool things coming up, as well as new tips and strategy videos. We need to decompress everything we learned. I went to Traffic and Conversion Summit here in San Diego. We went to Social Media Marketing World. We're learning some of the best tips, the best strategies from some of the best minds and experts in the world, and this channel is about sharing that information with you. So make sure you're subscribed here. Make sure that you have notifications turned on so you don't miss content or any live streams like this. And Benji, go ahead and share any final thoughts, and then we'll land the plane.
Guys, it's amazing time. There's still tons of opportunity. The playing field is wide open. Just put up some videos. Practice, right? Progress, get better, prepare yourself for your opportunity, persevere, right? Do not quit. And remember, it's all about people, right? Like Sean said, I love it. If it wasn't for you guys watching us, we wouldn't have 250,000 subscribers. So remember, every time you turn on that record button, you are talking to somebody in their office, in their living room, wherever, at work, right? At school, right? Between classes, maybe in class. And if you always keep that in mind, and your goal is to add value, whether to entertain them, to help them, to share information, or just connect with them, right? Even as a vlogger, you will not lose. Put in the long-term focus, long-term work, hustle, and you don't know what YouTube will bring to you. So that's about it. You guys, video influencers, helping you build your influence, income, and impact with online videos.
Click the screen right here if you're not subscribed. Click over here if you want to check out another video from Video Influencers. Benji said it. This channel is all about helping you build your influence, income, and impact with online video. We can't wait to share new videos with you soon. And until then, keep crushing it, and we will talk soon.